Yeah, I mean, I agree with George completely. I think we do need to bring manufacturing, and we need to bring um, a lot more stability financially to Australia. And there's a big issue when we sell our resources offshore to get them made up for us, and then we buy them back onshore at a price hike. Why are we doing that? When we've got people that are unemployed, why are we not bringing manufacturing to Australia? Why are we determined to lay train tracks all over Australia for logistics when we could have shipping lanes? We are girt by sea. Why are we not making really, really great use of shipping lanes? Shipping lanes would create affordable housing. Shipping lanes would create jobs. Shipping lanes would be better for the environment. It would take a whole bunch of cars off the road. It would decrease fatalities on the road. It would be better for travel time. There's so many reasons as why we should have mini ports all over Australia. Not to mention, it would get us out of our $1 trillion of debt in about 3 to 5 years, and then we would be very, very healthily in a surplus. Here's the thing: when you have a mining town and the mine is done, the town dies. A shipping town would never die, because it doesn't matter what's being brought in on the containers, there's always a need to unload and load up. So that means that people who are working remotely, which COVID has proven very, very well that we can do that, they can work remotely anywhere in Australia. We don't need to have people in the major cities. The Greenies are always going on about climate change and that having too many people in major cities is one of the major causes of climate change. Great. So let's depopulate the major cities and put them all around Australia. Let's provide affordable housing so that people that are going through university right now, the young people, can have some hope of actually affording a house at some stage and not thinking that when is this housing bubble going to burst. We need less governmental overreach. We need better legislation when it comes to small businesses. I am yet to see what happens. God forbid we have a whole bunch of more adverse reactions in the coming years. But as far as I'm aware, both the major medical corporations and the government have indemnity against these adverse reactions. And it looks, according to how far I've researched, because I am small business, I've spoken to an insurance broker about it, and it looks like in 5, 10, 20 years' time, if people suddenly start getting majorly damaged, because we don't know the long-term effects of this experimental, provisionally approved drug that they try to pass off as a vaccine, which is neither safe nor effective. What if we have massive long-term issues and the small business owners, the ones that forced their employees to get the jab or you're out of a job because I don't want to lose my business and I have to have my staff vaccinated because that was the mandate that was put out by the government? What if in all of a sudden in 10, 20 years' time, the small business owners are now lumped with lawsuits, having to pay for stage 4 cancers, having to pay for people who are bedridden? God forbid that happens, and I pray that it does not. I pray that in 10 years' time, people look at me and say, you were a conspiracy theorist, Beck, and I'll say, great, I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy that our kids are safe. I'm so happy that our businesses are safe. But historically speaking, a lot of the conspiracy theories keep coming true, and we keep having to come up with new ones. So I really believe from a financial point of view, because I am all about small business, we definitely need to look at financing all of these different things. And that's the way to do it. 97% of Australia's population is built upon small to medium enterprises. If small to medium enterprises falter and fail, the country's economy will collapse. And it has been under a great buckling strain for the last 2 years, going towards wealth centralisation. And I believe that is part of the Great Reset, so that we will all be so absolutely desperate for money that we will do whatever the government tells us. And in the end, we will earn nothing but be happy. And so I say we push back against that. As a community, as a society, we enforce things that allow, as a community, we enforce things that allow small businesses to prosper, so that we can fund wellness instead of disease management, so that we can fund a better educational system that's not teaching woke ideologies, that a little boy can go away at the end of term 3 and come back a little girl at the beginning of term 4. So that we don't have over-sexualisation in our primary schools and early high schools. There are so many things that need fixing in this country, and because I am a small business owner, I always see the dollar value behind what do we need to fix. And I believe that as we free up and empower small business owners, we can be the financial solution to all of the different facets that do need change across this country.
Go big. Go Rebecca.
Just covered about 20 different emails I'm getting from different courses just there. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Well done.
Voting is easy when you know how. Just look for the letter H to vote for Steve Dixon and Rebecca Lloyd. Let's do this together, Queensland. Written and authorised by Rebecca Lloyd, Brisbane, Queensland.